Italians.
Yeah.
You know? I grew up in the village on Cherry Street in the Lower East Side.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. My mother's Jewish, my father's Italiano. And I grew up there. And the village was all Italians too, same thing. New York is really, you say, you knew about life. Growing up in New York, we all know about life because it's the street thing. We learn quick.
You have everybody there. It seems we have always had every immigrant group in the world.
Good actors come from New York. Why is that, Burt? Because of that, is that scene around Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan?
I think they can't ignore life for the process.
Yeah, true.
I think that you have to know your grocer. You have to know the grocer's kid. No matter what lofty aspirations you might have, your life touches you, or better.
Neighborhood. We know when we come home, we know our neighbors. Here today in California, we don't even know our next door neighbors, really.
Skippy, one of the first things I did, I was working with Lee, and we were working on Marty, a thing by Chayowski, a beautiful thing. And one of my buddies owned a bowling alley, and we had a nightclub there. And so we were looking to give him a shot, you know, with business. So we made up a birthday, and I had the girl, my partner, come down, and we did a scene in front of about 600 gorillas, you know, all bent noses. And we did a 6-minute scene, and no one coughed, no one moved. Everybody was stunned. It was quite wonderful. And that's where theater really belongs, with the people from every place. You know?
Everywhere, that's it. Theater. Little theater in Manhattan. From there, what happened after that? After your first? What happened from there?
Well, you know, before any of this, I've always been self-employed.
Right.
In every business that didn't need an inventory, you know, that just took a little sweat.
Right.
And usually I was behind the 8 ball, you know, good ideas, but never any kind of endurance. So I went at acting the same way. So I didn't want to be a classroom guy.
Right.
So I immediately did every piece of work, off-Broadway, off-Broadway, everything that came by. And I never expected a paycheck. You know, it was just...
Because you loved it so much?
I just didn't expect it.
At 29, you expect to live, but you were married, too, before.
Sure. Married, 2 kids.
2 kids before theater.
Sure.
Acting.
Sure.
Burt, that's really a time.
Sure, I was married at 20.
At 20?
Yeah.
I see. So, what was your very, very first paycheck in the theater?
I think it wasn't the theater. I think it was a soap opera.
Oh, okay.
I was a molester on Edge of Night. You see my feet stalking for a couple of shows. I think that was the first thing I got paid for.
You did a lot of television at the beginning of your career, didn't you?
Yeah, I did a lot of TV, and then I wrote a lot. I wrote my own features and so.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You did start writing, huh? That, I see. Who introduced you to Strasbourg anyway? This girl did?
Well, she really didn't. I had to find.
You wrote a letter or something?
Yeah, I wrote a letter. I found out where he was in Central Park West. And I said something like, "Dear Lee, if an acting background is a prerequisite, read no further."
Right.
Hello, if you're still with me, acting none, life credits plenty. A, first baby born. B, first this, that, all the way down. Very flip. And at the end, I said, seriously, Lee, I don't know if acting has anything for me or vice versa, but I'm treading water. See me. And he brought me over to his house.
He did bring you over?
Yeah, he sure did.
TV, Hitchcock. You did Hitchcocks. You did a lot of Hitchcocks.
Yeah.
Columbos.
Yes.
You did a lot of TV things. Beretta. Tell me about working with Beretta.
Oh, gee,
what a great guy he is.
Oh,
and Columbo, Peter, they must have loved you because you're fit right in.
They did.
Yeah.
We do. Robert Blake for the Beretta shows.
Yeah.
I did three different characters. I wrote 2 of them, and he's a very high energy type of guy.
Yes, sir.
But when I would come on, he would just bottom out. If I had a problem with the script, he says, "What are you here for? Write it." You know, he would just calmed down, and it was a pleasure. He gave me all the room. We worked very well together.
Yeah. How did you get Paulie and Rocky? How did that all?
That's funny. I think I was the only actor that didn't audition for that.
Really? You knew Sly at the time?
No. I was holding back because they didn't have any money. I was trying to squeeze a couple of dollars out of them for the part. And Sylvester come to me in the commissary. He says, Mr. Young, he says, I'm Sylvester Stallone. I wrote Rocky. I said, oh, that's great, kid. That's wonderful. He says, Burt, you got to do it. I wrote the thing thinking of you. You got to. I said, shh, I'm going to do it, but let me try to get a couple of dollars. He was like a kid, you know.
Yeah, he was.
He was all excited. That's how I first met him. But I was the only one. I think they even auditioned Burgess.
Burgess Meredith.
And that's the master.
That certainly is. I used to see Sly and you, or I think it was you, around Schwab's.
Not me.
Not maybe, maybe it wasn't you then. Sly used to hang around Schwab's, trying to get Rocky, you know, giving money for Rocky. I remember that. He used to hang around. I have a lot of feel good about that guy. He knows.
I do. You know what I feel really good about him? That he didn't let it go.
Yes.
You know, like when you write a piece, I know myself, I write a piece and then I'm going to act in it. I withdraw. I let everybody take over.
Right.
That youngster was living in that camera. He was living after the film. He was pushing the distributors to make him take him serious. He just couldn't let it go. It was a force field. And I'm proud of that.
He still has. He still does the same thing.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. He's got his son now working with him too.
That's great.
Tell me about working Rocky 4. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on.
5.
Doing 5? Is it 5?
Yeah.
Whew. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
it was
Burt,
interesting.
it's interesting. Tired of it? Or
never was tired of it. Scared of it a couple of times.
scared? What do you mean?
Well, I didn't wish to do the second one. In those days, sequels weren't that prevalent.
Right.
And I knew it was such an endearing, exciting classic that he composed. I didn't feel like tampering with it. You know, and I said no to it. And I just told Sylvester, I said, look, if you run into trouble, pick up the phone. I'm your pal. But I really would not like to do it. And at that time, I was doing a movie I had written for United Artists, and I was elsewhere occupied with my mind. So he called up, he said, Burt, we need you. So that's how I came back into the second one. And he had the gift of, he has a great gift of knowing what's happening with the public. You know, he just actually seems to put his finger on what's happening. He took a Rambo.
Right.
Now, that's not everybody's cup of tea, but it was a very ordinary script.
Right.
A Vietnam guy coming back, a dissident, unhappy with the polarized nation. And it was passed around from studio to studio quite a bit before he grabbed a hold of it. But he took it, he put it on the muscle, he put it on the sweat.
Yeah.
He made it a character study, and I think he invented another genre there.
What did he... His mother. He loves his mother. He still makes fun at her, but he loves her. What's that all about?
Look, this is a crazy,
Jacqueline is funny.
It's a crazy family.
That's what he said.
You know, it's wonderful. It's funny. It's
He's got his brother that sings. Frank sings great. He does Bobby Darin. I think he's great.
He's
Philadelphia
wonderful.
singer.
I've seen him with his big band. I've seen him all over. He's a real
Guitar.
good young man.
Yeah, he is
good
great.
Young man.
Yes, he is.
And
He's got a sister.
And he's got
Beautiful.
got
Tony
cousins.
Cousins, yeah.
I've met them, most of them. A funny family. How could it be normal?
Yeah.
You know, and I had to start somewhere, and I think Jacqueline was.
Family. You have a brother. He has a restaurant here.
My daughter was in the play. Did you know that, Skippy?
In this play?
Yes. She played Catherine, my niece.
Is that your daughter?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's my daughter.
This play is View from the Bridge. It is so good. Oh, God. Your daughter's in this? Is that the one? Really?
Yeah, Anne Moria.
She's wonderful.
Oh, she's so honest.
So that's your daughter?
Yep.
Oh, okay. And who's the understudy? She was kind of young, but good, too.
She was wonderful.
I saw the understudy, and then I went to see your daughter
Great.
next. Yeah.
Great.
She was wonderful.
Wonderful. A kid walked into a full production. You know how hard that is?
Is that the first for her?
Yeah. You know.
Is it really? Did you show her what to do?
Oh, my daughter? Or
yeah. No, your daughter.
Oh, my daughter. She's a champ. She shows me.
She shows you.
She's a tough guy. You know, we sort of were stuck together since she was 3.5. I raised her. You know, her mom had died, and she went to Wesleyan College and went to law school and Human Rights Convention, and then she tells me she's an actor. And here she is. Boom.
She's wonderful.
So honest. Yeah. So I look at her when I'm working, and she's actually breathing and living. I'm amazed at that.
Yeah, but the show is so good. All the cast and
so strong.
The show is so good here at the Marilyn Monroe Theater. Why the Marilyn Monroe Theater? It's such a cute little theater. It seats 99. It's a great little theater, Burt. Did you know Marilyn at all?
Slightly through the studio, in and out. She was pretty shy, pretty quiet.
She was?
Yeah.
In New York,
And I was also.
And why are actors shy? They really are. Some good actors are shy.
De Niro, you
Niro's
can't
another
even
one.
see him.
You can't, am I right?
He's anonymous.
Yes. Why is that, Burt?
Well, I guess somehow or another that's how we raised ourselves to face the society. But then I guess in a lot of us, there's a need to hold and talk,
right.
And perhaps that combination makes someone that when they're out there, when they have license to be free, they roll, and when not, you know, they slink. You know.
What's your philosophy in life, Burt Young?
Well,
do you consider yourself a complicated man?
No.
No?
No.
What is your philosophy?
I walk pretty wide. I don't ignore where I've been or who I've met. And sometimes it's a pain in the neck. But I seem to get wider and wider by that. I don't forget much.
So you know who Burt is?
Yeah.
Burt Young?
Yeah.
Are you happy about yourself today?
Yeah. Very happy to be here with you.
No, I'm happy to be here with you because I saw great theater here the other night.
Thank you.
You know, you're bringing great theater to L.A. Do you consider L.A. as getting good theater now, Burt?
Wow.
You're from New York, you know.
I am.
It's hard to get good theater here in L.A.
You know, I just wish the theater that was here, the students would subscribe to it more.
The students.
And that's what we have in New York, students or youth.
Right.
And here you need cars, you need everything like that.
Yeah.
And the kids are so bedraggled with their daily thing, they don't come. But that's what really makes theater. The youth walking into that damn door. You know, and once we can get a busload of kids from every place, then we have theater.
Yeah. Do you teach?
As a favor here and there, I helped out Shelly, and I helped out here and there. I thought of it. I love the kids. I love their aspiration. And I'm pretty good.
Shelly Winters teaches at the Actors Studio. She's in New York now, matter of fact. She just got back from London. She just did a film with Tom Cruise's wife, Portrait of a Lady, I think it is. And she's going back to London next week. Shelly and you. Who else teaches in New York?
Elaine Akins.
Yes.
Very wonderful, very decent, honest lady. Warren Robertson was an old pal of mine and a radical teacher.
Why does Stella Adler didn't like the Strasberg method? Tell me about that. Why? What was the whole thing about Stella and Strasberg?
Strong people. Two very strong people.
Right.
I think he was stronger before her, and she maybe perhaps reacted as she gathered her feet and as she gathered her strength. They're both wonderful. Lee, you see, I really never had a teacher other than Lee. And so I was very open, completely open to him and his way and his work. He really is my mentor. And you had asked why this theater here.
Right.
In the Strasberg Institute.
Right.
You got to remember, when I started with him, I used to have a carpet laying business. I'd come in with holes in my knees from laying carpet, sit with people like Jane Fonda and so on, and get what I could and go back to lay carpet.
I think that's great. That's what it's all about. See, that's what Burt Young, that's where it came from. And that's what it proves on that stage. You love your craft.
Too.
You love what you're doing, and you appreciate it.
I do. And to go back to the theater here,
Yeah.
when a couple of bad things happened in my life and I was raising my kid, I would get theater tickets to every children's play, things that I didn't know about.
Right.
15 years later, I found out it was Anna Strasberg. Anonymously would send me these things so I could bring my child there.
Right.
She's been that kind of woman. She's classy, and I wouldn't think of going anyplace else but here.
What has been the hardest for Burt Young?
Movies that I have to leave too quickly.
Really?
When I would like to cook, when I have more things to do, not really creatively involved in the overall. That's usually been hard for me.
Uh-huh. You say you write. You've written scripts. You've done movies.
Yeah.
This new movie that's coming out, you just wrote a new movie?
I wrote a thing called Rearview Mirror.
Right. What's that about? Mirror, that sounds good.
It is good. It used to have a title. I did it off-Broadway. It was a play I wrote.
Right.
It was called A Letter to Alicia and the New York City Government from a Man with a Bullet in his Head.
Uh-huh.
And then I rewrote it for a movie. It's about a cab driver, Haggerty. Real discontent, unhappy. Takes a couple of drinks too many, usually. Mm-hmm. Has a daughter that he's raising. A Rastafarian kid holds him up. In the panic, the boy shoots him. And it goes on from there. He's hospitalized, and he's bizarre, and he's berserk, and it's a strange, strong piece of work. It really deals with city life. Is it over? Just as the soul might be over, or is there any hope? You know, it's a pretty strong piece, but funny. I guess you could say it's a black comedy.
Do you like comedy or tragedy? You do everything, but
Yeah,
you like comedy too? Or
I think
is Burt Young more?
I think they're pretty close.
They're pretty close. Comedy, yeah, the line, isn't it? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think one of the things people like the situation comedy on television today, comedy allows you to get quicker to some place.
Right.
You can, and with reality, if you take reality with you, you can hop.
Yes, yes.
You don't have to travel as long a road to get us there.
Yes.
But I've noticed on stage many times in the most austere, strange, strong moment, the audience might laugh. Mm-hmm. Because it's how they handle the pain or the dismissal or whatever.
Yes.
I think they're the same.
What's been the biggest lesson that you have learned in life?
Don't spend all your money.
You made one great movies there. You made a lot of money there. It had to be. I mean, look at Once Upon a Time in America. Who was in that? I can't
wonderful.
remember. That was a great
De
movie.
Niro.
Robert De Niro. That's a great movie.
James Woods, a young boy that died, Hayden, a great boy. Just about a cast of everybody. It was a Sergio Leone.
You seem to, when you mention these names, you seem to like fellow actors. There are a lot of actors just work and they do their scenes, but not with Burt Young. It seems that Burt, when he uses those words of De Niro, you seem to enjoy those actors.
I do.
That's what makes it so good, probably, with you.
You do. I enjoy especially watching them in dilemma. You know, I did a play with Robert that we took from the Public Theater to Broadway a few years back, and he was a pip. He's so polite, it takes you an hour to get through the door. No, after you. No, after you.
And gentlemen, you know, when I was a little grew up, I came here when I was 9 years old, and I was just living right down the street here. I'm in Los Feliz right now, and I lived on Normandy and Franklin with my mother when I was 9, and this whole area has changed so much, and those were wonderful moments in my life as a child growing up here in Hollywood. And guess what? I'm at a very famous place called the Derby tonight. It used to be called Michael's. Remember famous Michael's on Los Feliz? Well, it's changed now and it's called the Derby. Matter of fact, Louisa is next door, and the Derby. And here tonight we're having a birthday party celebrating a wonderful actor by the name of Carey Feldman, a real fine actor. And Carey is celebrating his birthday, and he's got his band. He plays and sings in his band tonight. We have a lot of surprises for you and a lot of surprise guests. And so here we are at the Derby, and we're going to go in and see some of the people, okay? This is Skippy Lowe, Looks at Hollywood. With Ron Smith, the lookalikes. Hi, Ron, my old friend.
Hi, Skippy. How are you? Nice to see you again.
Great. Here we are.
I'm trying.
We're here at the Carey Feldman's birthday party. It looks like a pretty good party going on in that.
Yeah, you know, and there's going to be a lot of celebrities here, and they're not my lookalikes.
They're
actually
not your lookalikes.
No, Alfonso from The Prince of Bel-Air, and Carey Feldman, and Cato, and I mean, it's unbelievable. And they're not my people, Skippy. So they're Corey's friends.
Do you have a Cato lookalike?
Yeah, we do. You've seen him on The Tonight Show and all that. In fact, Cato came up to me about a month ago and says, "Ron, is that your Cato?" I go, "Yeah, Cato, that's my Cato lookalike." He says, "Hey, he's really good." He gets a lot of compliments about him.
When did you start your Ron Smith lookalikes?
We're now involved in producing and hosting my 20th anniversary special.
This is going to be your 20th.
We're 19 completed. We're going to be doing a network special coming up next season.
Ah. What's your favorite? What's the people's favorites lookalikes?
I think we had a big vote, and I think Skippy Lowe was right up there on top. I think now, I mean, you know, Skippy was very hot. I mean, it goes along with the popularity of the star, you know, Sly Stallone, Jackie Stallone, Schwarzenegger.
You have Jacqueline Stallone, a lookalike?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, we get little girls all the way up to, they're just beautiful girls that come into us, little teenagers. We have, yeah, she's very, very popular.
Are your political men very, very popular?
The president is, the Pope is always popular. You know, it goes along with the popularity of the star. All the OJ characters are very popular. I'm very careful with that because, you know,
You're friends with OJ anyway.
I've known OJ a long time, and you know, I'm very close to the situation, and you know,
How's he taking it right now? Would you say?
How do you take it? You know, it's a very serious thing, and you know, like I always say, the man I know didn't do it. The man I know didn't do it, and I hope that just everything works.
Well, he's got the best lawyers in the world.
Yeah, Bob Shapiro.
Listen,
and everybody.
I want to know. Here we are at the Carey Feldman's birthday party, and tonight there are. I understand he's going to play in his band. I didn't know he has a band.
Yeah, he is. He's multi-talented. He sings, he acts. And he's a wonderful human being.
How long you've known Carey? Long time.
Probably 10, 15 years. A long time.
I met him at Carlos and Charlie's. Remember Carlos and Charlie's? Our
with Bernice and George, and
right.
That's probably 15 years ago.
Are you writing a book about your lookalikes? You're really the first thing.
We created and pioneered the concept going on 20 years ago. Now everybody's copying my concept, but I like to think that I am the granddaddy of the industry.
How do you feel about that? Someone's copying you?
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. And, you know, it's like Orville Wright learned how to fly the airplane, and everybody copied him, and they're all doing well. The bigger the industry gets, as long as it's a tribute and nobody is masquerading the stars and fooling anybody, then it's a wonderful thing.
Ron Smith, the new lookalike. What's coming up? Is there another new lookalike you're looking for right now?
Oh, I'm looking for anybody and everybody that looks like somebody. We have, you know, popular people like the characters in the OJ case, and you know, you've got your Stallones and your Schwarzeneggers and your Skippy Lowe's and your
Judge-Itos.
Your Judge-Itos. But if you look like anybody, we need you because the business is worldwide.
Right.
We've got 30,000 lookalikes on our roster. We're doing our TV special. We're 20th anniversary special. We've got lots of celebrities. We've got lots of lookalikes, and we're going to have fun. And we want the concept to grow and grow and grow, as your show has grown and grown and grown, Skippy.
How about Hugh Grant? Now, the talk about of the Hugh Grant. Do you have a Hugh Grant lookalike?
We sure do.
Really?
We sure do. Believe it or not, his popularity has even gone up quite a bit.
I understand his girlfriend just did something today about a video. she made a video. Did you know she made an X-ray, not a video, but a cassette?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's out right now. It just came out. But
Is it in relationship with the Hugh Grant, or is it?
no, it's a relationship. It's a relationship that she just made a tape. She read a book, and it was an X-rated book, and she did it, and it's out right now. They caught her. But it's
Oh, my gosh.
Isn't that, the news media are just out there carrying it. How do you feel about the news media? I mean,
I
the
think-
trash, the papers.
I think the news media is always looking to sell news, no matter who it hurts or no matter who it helps. Usually it hurts. I think that that's their profession. You know,
But it helps you, Ron.
Well, you know, I've had some things happen that I wasn't too pleased with, but I mean, generally speaking, any publicity is good. I think Hugh's career, this hasn't hurt it.
No,
I
it
think
hasn't.
I think he's well beyond it. I think the movie's wonderful.
Right.
I think there's nobody in that movie that hasn't had a
He's a
problem.
wonderful talent.
I think he's come way beyond all this. I think he's a star. And you get picked on. You know, like Vanna White once said to me, "Why is everybody picking on me?" That's part of the deal.
Tell me, Ron Smith, living in Hollywood, I mean, you've been around here for a long time, know a lot of people. Living here, what do you plan to do, say, 5 years from now? Just expand more, or just...
Probably find a lookalike of Ron Smith, let him take over the business, and I'll just go, you know, find some island and retire, you know. No, I want to do some television. I want to produce. I want to get on. I want to do a TV show, and you know, I want to move on a little bit, and because I've done this for a long time, and I enjoy it, and I just want to move on with different situations.
Let's go in there and see Corey Feldman. And
I
wish
just
him a
want to
happy...
wish him the happiest. And Corey, I love you, man.
Corey, we all wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you, Skippy.
I am with Corey Feldman's father, and his name is...
Bob Feldman.
Bob Feldman. How are you doing?
Good, Skip. How are you?
This lovely lady.
It's Francesca.
Hello.
girlfriend.
Hi.
Francesca Daliana.
Ah, sei siciliana.
Io tu, siciliana. Sì, parli italiano molto bene, Betta. Sì,
I
I'm
can-
Italian. Of course, my father is Italian, my mother's Jewish, but that's okay.
That's a great combination.
That is a great
A
combination.
jawabi. Yes.
Ah, where are you from?
Actually, I was born in Detroit, but I've
I used
lived
to
here
work in
most of
Detroit
my
a
life.
lot. I love the Gay Haven there. I used to work in the Elmwood Casino in Windsor.
Wow.
Did you ever go to Elmwood?
No.
Yeah, that's a great. Where are you from?
LA? San Fernando Valley, believe it or not.
Now, your son, tell me about Corey, this very talented young guy. Confusing, talented, what a package.
And not necessarily in that order.
No, I understand.
Corey's so great, you know, he's gone through it all, he's learned a lot at a young age, and he's been able to make the most of it, turn it around, and now he's right back to where he's hopefully going to be for a long time.
Yes,
I'm really, you know, it's so hard on all kids these days, and the pressures and so forth, and when you're in the industry, I think it adds even more, so you have to give them that much more appreciation and acknowledgement, I think.
Success too soon for him, that really, maybe that would happen, you think?
It's a
Success came overnight for this kid.
It's a double-edged sword, you know. I think once you get there, the trick is to keep your head together and keep down to earth and keep going. And I think the earlier it happens, it probably throws you off course more. You're not as prepared for it. But at the same time, since he's a veteran now and has been through it all, it'll be that much easier for him to maintain his sobriety and his success, I think.
I love that sobriety.
Yeah, I do too.
Day by day. That's what we all. Ron
Day
Smith,
by day.
Ron Smith, am I right, Don?
Are you? You were always on the money, Skippy.
Yeah, everyone. I don't know about on the money, but everyone's on sobriety, and it's
Just
just.
an old phrase, right?
I'll pick another one.
You handled Corey's career for a long time, from the beginning.
Right.
Right from the beginning.
That's correct. Yeah, when he was 3.5 years.
Was it tough?
Not well. It's there again. It's a double-edged sword. You know, it's a demanding job. At the same time, when you've got somebody with the talent that Corey had, it was such an exciting and fun experience. So I watched it, and I feel that certainly I've been hopefully a good person in Corey's corner and help him as much as I can throughout. Both, you know, it's not all the industry either. It's you've got a family and you've got personal life and you've got to keep those things solid as well. So, yeah, it's been a real trip watching the whole thing happen and
Francesca,
happy
you,
about it.
Is this an item right now?
Oh yeah, we've been together
10 years.
now. Yeah,
Really?
and they said it wouldn't last, right?
Great, Francesca.
They said about my business too.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's the same
I
thing,
mean, I-
Italian, Jewish.
Oh, jawabis.
That's why she had the answer so fast.
No
talking
difference
to you.
between
Enjoy
his
yourself.
mother and
Thanks,
mine.
Skip.
We're going to have a good time at this party tonight. I
Yes,
can
we
see
are.
it.
Great.
Nice
Thank you.
talking
Well,
to you.
Thank
Thank
enjoy
you.
seeing you again, Skippy, and hope we see you
Bob
soon.
Feldman, they're wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks. Take care.
Thank you again, Skippy.
Thanks. Oh, Prince, the Prince.
The Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, how are you doing, Alphonse?
I'm having a great time, you
Boy,
know.
this is here Corey Feldman's birthday. How long have you known Corey?
I've known Corey for, let me see, it's got to be probably about 10 years.
Really?
Yeah, I've known Corey for a long time.
So you grew up here too?
Yeah.
As a child actor too?
Well, you know, I think overall most child actors just sort of all know each other, you know, and Corey and I used to run back in the old days and when we were young little kids
Did you
and
guys
hanging
go to
out.
The Carlos and Charlies and all that?
Oh yeah.
I did
oh,
see
yeah.
you up there with
Oh yeah.
Corey. I
Yeah, we
remember.
we ain't gonna talk about it, but we was hanging out back then. Yeah, you know.
How did you get your break on this wonderful show? I mean, they're hiring comedians now,
Mm-hmm.
comics, world comedians for sitcoms, and that's what they're looking for. Is that how it happened to you?
No, I mean I'm not a comedian. I mean
That's
I'm just an actor, and you know the thing was I think for my role they needed an actor, but an actor who could be funny.
Right.
And I think I just basically went out for it. You know, I auditioned just like everybody else, and it was a William Morris packaging deal,
Right.
which is what happens in Hollywood. But I wasn't protected by William Morris. Hey, we got a client also that we think would be good for this role, and I went in and just got the role. I just went in and just brought my own thing to it. I read the script and added something to it.
You did it for your own. That
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah.
That's what they're looking for. If you come in and bring something of your own, you got it. That's
Yeah,
it.
that is the
'Cause
key.
They don't know what they're looking for.
Never do.
Am I right?
Never do. I mean, they have a general idea of what
Right.
they're looking for, but it's never to the point where they can say, ooh, we want this, we want that, we want this, and we need someone who can do all of that.
Yeah.
It's, well, we need someone who can do this stuff, but let's see what other stuff they can bring to us, you know? And I just brought who I am. I brought what I interpreted as the role, you
Did
know?
you study acting at all?
Not really, no, never studied.
That's natural.
Yes.
You're wonderful.
Thank you
Really,
very
and I
much.
love your
Thank
show.
you. Thank
and
you.
We're going to wish Corey Feldman a happy
Yes.
birthday, right?
Corey, happy birthday, man. You know, back in the old days, we was hanging. I spent many birthdays with you. This is another great one. Happy birthday, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, no problem.
I am with Jeff.
Hi, Skippy. How are you?
Trying to get you on my show so long.
Well, I would.
Busy as ever, right?
Yes, I just finished a movie, and I'm directing a play at the Beverly Hills Playhouse, and I've signed to do Babylon 5 this season. I signed a contract with them, so
What's the play at the Beverly Hills Playhouse?
it's a night of one acts. It's called Hot Butter to More, and I'm directing one of the plays called When Ahmet Met Sally, and it previews next weekend. I think it's sold out, and then opens the following weekend on the 29th of July, and it'll run for 5 weeks after that.
Great. I want to come down and see it.
Please do. We'd love to have you.
Is it drama, musical?
Comedy. Comedy.
Yeah, you like comedy, don't you?
Well, it's a lot better than, death and destruction. Yeah.
So you keep yourself busy.
Yeah. I do the best I can.
You're here tonight to celebrate
Corey's birthday.
birthday. Who are you with? This beautiful lady.
I'm with my wife.
I'd like to talk to her.
Come over, say hello, honey.
Come on and say hello to me. And say hello to Corey Feldman and wish him a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Corey. This is my beautiful wife, Carey Conaway.
Hello. Carrie's an actress.
No, Carey's an associate photo editor for TV Guide.
Gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, not bad, huh?
Yeah.
I did all right, huh?
Yeah, yes, you did.
I did all right.
How long have you been married?
5 years.
Any kids?
Not yet.
Well, her, me, we're
Seems like you're
kids.
enjoying your life right now, Jeff.
I am. I'm having a good life. Yeah.
Movies, you like to do movies instead of plays and stuff. I mean, that keeps you busy, the plays. But
Yeah, I like it all, really. There's something about theater where it's real and it's happening right now, and there's the audience, and there's no take two, and so you really have to sharpen up your skills. But there's something about film where there is a take two, and you can really get it perfect, if you have to do take 10 or whatever it is, hoping you have the time and the schedule to do something like that. And the work is a little different. It's can be a little subtler on film,
working for TV Guide. Tell me about it.
It's wonderful. It's a great job.
Yeah. How did you get that job? That's a really
I deserved it. I earned it.
keeps you busy.
It does. Very
Oh,
busy.
You can say that again.
We pass each other. That's the
You
only
see
thing.
each other at home only at nights. That's it. You're very
That's
busy.
about it.
That's about it.
That's about it.
Anyway, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks.
Skippy, great to see you.
Happy
birthday again, Corey, and good luck with your new show.
That's right.
You're gonna do. He's wonderful in it too. I've seen the pilot.
Really?
Yeah.
It's great. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Walter Jones, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
The Power Rangers, tell me about it.
Well, it was a really fun gig. I did that for 95 episodes.
95?
95
You
episodes.
realize your success has traveled all over the globe.
Yeah, I was just talking to someone about that. It's in 22 different countries, that
Right,
show.
right.
That's amazing. That's more than most actors can ever ask for,
That's
you know?
right.
That and dolls and cards and buttons and underwear, you know. It's pretty wild.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Detroit, Michigan.
I just interviewed someone from Detroit, Michigan.
Really?
Yes. Is Feldman's
Mother? Oh, she's from Detroit. I didn't know that.
Fantastic. Yes.
Okay.
Because I used to work Detroit a lot. I used to work the Gay Haven and also the Elmo Casino in Windsor. I love Detroit. It's a great town.
It's a great place.
Great singers come from that town.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
Do you sing?
I do. I sing, I dance, I act.
Really?
I do a bit of everything, yeah.
So you started as a singer or an actor first?
Well, I started as an actor,
Right.
and I got a college degree, and I studied singing, dancing, acting. Then I ended up doing a lot of gigs, singing and dancing. But now I'm back to where my heart lies, is acting.
Is acting. You're
Yeah.
doing something now special.
Yeah, I'm working on a show called Space Cases.
I hear it's going to be.
It's gonna be so fun. It's a kid show on Nickelodeon, and it's kind of like a Star Trek for kids. And so it's a lot of fun, you know, and we're having a good time with
I
it.
can see just talking to you that kids like you.
I'm a big kid at
Yeah,
heart,
me
you
too.
know.
I am too. And
So-
I wanted to do a kiddie show years ago.
Yeah?
And I love children's shows, and you have a great face for that.
Well, thank
it's Just, you're a wonderful human being.
Thank you very much.
Talking to you.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah, you take care,
Lots
all
of
right?
luck on your new show.
Thank you, thank you.
Here we are at Corey Feldman's birthday party, and boy, is everybody having a good time. I understand. So there's it. Okay. Go ahead. Okay. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Boy,
Thanks,
it's
Skippy.
Exciting. Tell me about your new series. I hear it's.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun, I hope. It's for CBS, and it'll be on CBS Warner Bros. It'll be on CBS Friday nights, 8 o'clock. It's a lot of fun.
Boy, I'm looking at you. You look wonderful.
Thank you.
You got your act together, baby.
Thank you. Thank you.
You went through a lot of pain, a lot of
Yes.
suffering there for a little while.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
And you really got one day at a time now. Tell me
Well,
about that.
you know, it's been very difficult. I had a lot of people kicking me while
And
I was
loving
down.
You, and loving you, though.
I had people around me who loved me. It was very hard, believe me, Skippy. It was very hard to find people who loved me as compared to people who were against me, you know, who wanted
They
to
love
keep
to
me
kick
down.
people down in Hollywood.
They love to build you up and they love to tear you down.
That's what you agree.
And they tore me down really good, and now they're building me back up really good. But I know that it could go away any second.
right.
They could just drop me again, and I'm well prepared. So if it happens, it's okay.
So now you're very organized right now.
Good to see you. How's
Hi, how are
everything?
you?
How you doing?
You're wishing happy birthday to
Came just down to wish him that support. Yeah.
Who's your friend here, Corey?
This is my friend.
I'm Aaron Jackson.
You know. Aaron and I actually, I can make a, well, I have to make an apology because there's been like, I was at his birthday party the other night.
Friday night.
I was at his birthday party. I went to his birthday party.
Yeah.
And I walked by and I didn't recognize him and I didn't say hello or happy birthday.
all right.
And I felt so bad. And Dominic felt really bad.
I'm sure it made you feel worse 'cause that's him.
Because he goes, you know, Aaron was standing there and you didn't say hello to him. And I go, is that him? I was looking for him and I didn't recognize him. And he goes, yeah, and you didn't say hello to him. And he really hates you and he's mad at you. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel so
I
bad.
figured you came to my party, so I had to come to yours. I got the
well, thank you.
invitation.
Thanks, I appreciate it. No, I felt bad.
Pardon me?
You grew up here in Hollywood?
No, I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, yeah. And he was the first celebrity I ever met when I came to Hollywood.
Is that true?
Yeah, it was. William James Jones brought me to your party the first time. And we hung out and we just talked. And like the next time I saw you, he was like, I know you, but where from? And then from then on, it's been like we miss each other in passing. But it's been cool. It's been real cool.
But now he's here and I made my amends, so I feel
Made his
okay.
amends. Thank you. I appreciate
You're
that.
welcome.
Thanks for having me.
We're very happy about Corey getting his act together and celebrating everything. And everybody loves him, and your dad's here now.
Thank you, yeah.
I'm
I got
so
my
happy.
brothers here, my sisters, the whole family, yeah.
That's wonderful. Happy birthday.
Thank you,
and I
thank
wish
you.
a lot,
Thanks
okay?
for coming, Skippy.
Love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you, Corey.
Thanks.
Happy birthday, Corey. I've known you for a while. You're a great guy, and I hope everything goes well.
How long you've known him?
I've known him for about 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, about 2 years, and we did basketball games together and stuff, and he's a great guy.
Tell me, Saved by the Bell, working on that show.
It's awesome. I love everything about it. It's really fun. The producers, everybody's really great, and we all have a good time, and it's a riot.
Where are you from originally?
My parents are from South America, which in Uruguay. So I have Spanish, thank you, and Italian in me too.
Natalia. What's your name?
Natalia.
Natalia. You
Yeah.
speak Italian, do you?
No, I wish I did, but I do speak Spanish, so yeah, I wish I did.
You have a great career ahead of you. I've seen your show. And
Thank
I've seen
you.
And you photograph just.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, there's something good. You know, there's a young actress who died, Vic Damone's Pia, what was her name? Vic Damone's wife. She was beautiful, Italian from Italy.
Oh.
And you look just like her. I'm looking at you now.
Oh, thanks.
What about films? What's going to happen with you?
I hope that after the show, after I finish everything, I hope to do some films. So I would love to, and it's something that is like one of my dreams. I would love to.
How did you get the role?
I auditioned for it when I was I think I was about 13, and I auditioned and I got it, and I was just amazed. I couldn't believe it was my first big job, and I was so excited.
You seem very happy.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you seem enjoyed doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I love it. Everything about it. Just the art.
Corey, we all wish you a happy
birthday, Corey.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm with Tyrone Tam. How are you, Tam?
I'm fine. How you doing?
Where are you from originally?
I'm from LA, Burbank.
Really?
Yeah.
You originally come from here?
Yeah. I was born
You grew
here,
up here?
LA, everything like that.
You're in this wonderful show right now called...
I just finished a pilot called Boys on a Budget, and I'm working on a new film entitled Unfinished Business. That's still in the works, so hopefully that goes through for the summer.
I'm looking at you right now. You're very, very relaxed and very... you studied acting with who?
I've studied acting. I took some classes at Van Mar Academy, and
That was in Hollywood Boulevard.
correct, and some personal trainers, Christopher Kyer, and I don't know, a bunch of other people.
You remind me of an actor, studio actor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Who's this?
I don't know, just some young actor like Pacino.
Oh.
I'm interviewing you. I interviewed Pacino.
Oh, really?
You remind me of him, yeah, the way you're carrying yourself.
Thank you very much.
I think you have a great future ahead of you.
Thank you very
What do
much.
you think of the young film?
Young films, there's not very many young films on right now. I mean, there's a lot of geared for adults. I'm really hoping there's going to be a lot more teenage genre or young adults.
About the violence on TV. What do you think about that?
I think it's fine. I think it's cool. I mean,
It's a message out there.
I think it's reality. So, you can't just really have everything fantasy. You got to show some realism. But I mean, there's to an extent because the young viewers and stuff like that.
I wish you a lot of luck.
Thank you very much.
Say hello to Corey and wish him a happy birthday.
How you doing, Corey? Happy birthday. This is Tyrone.
He's a good friend.
Yeah, and congratulations. I'm very proud.
His new show.
Your new show.
Right.
And your new project.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, here I am with Mystic.
Come on, magic, magic, majestic, whatever,
Magic, tell me, what have you been doing with yourself?
Well, I just finished doing a movie called Mixed. We filmed some in Hollywood, we filmed some in Las Vegas, and I've been still working with the Jackson family, of course, and doing
You do
magic.
work for the Jackson. How long have you been working for the Jackson family?
12 years.
Really?
Yes.
Is Michael, tell me about Michael. Why are they trashing people? They love to bring stars and they love to tear them down. Why?
I think, Michael is so big, and he sells so many papers, so many magazines, and make ratings so high on television that they can't help themselves.
Hollywood does that all the time, though. Hollywood loves to bring you up and then tear you down.
Skippy, why is it like that?
I don't know. I'm asking you right now because I'm really confused.
I think as long as Hollywood has been in existence, if you notice, even the 50s, 60s, the biggest stars, they always had problems, and the press has always been like that, yeah.
I think Michael's problems is over with. They just keep saying it's coming and coming. But Michael is, he's still a young guy.
Yeah, and as far as the child molestation things is concerned with the boy and everything, that was all a hoax for money. It was all of the extortion. It was all a facade. It was none of it was true.
I believe that too.
Yeah, none of it was true. None of it.
I believe it.
I know.
Where are you from originally?
San Pedro, California. Here to California, yes, San Pedro.
What's
yes.
the family doing, the Jackson family? They're holding up?
Well, they're holding up pretty good all together. The mother, Catherine, who takes it the hardest because she loves the children so much, and every time she turns around, something is always in the press. And she looks at her kids rather just as children, not as a star, as her kids, yeah.
Is Michael and the family very spiritual?
Very, very spiritual. Very spiritual. You know, Michael said to me once, he says, everything that he has accomplished and everything that he does is because of the grace of God.
That's right. He appreciates what he has.
Most definitely. He gives thanks.
I knew that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Skippy.
You're living in Vegas right now?
Yeah, with the Jacksons. We have a home in Vegas. I'm staying here, yeah.
I see.
Yes.
Well, it's great. Nice seeing you.
Thank you so much, Skippy.
Michael, a happy birthday. Come on.
Happy birthday from Majestic Magnificent, Michael.
Here I am with Mike
and Monique.
Carey here at Corey Feldman's birthday. The music is going good.
Yippee.
Cake out.
Yep.
Tell me, want to wish him a happy birthday for you guys?
Happy birthday, Corey.
birthday, Corey.
How old is the guy anyhow? Nobody knows. I know.
You do?
I'm not gonna say. I won't say.
We're going to bring his cake out right now, and then we're going to all wish him a happy birthday. Are you saying you're beautiful?
No, I model. Yes.
Is anybody gonna jump out of the cake?
Yeah. Cato. Nice seeing you.
I gotta take Corey.
Happy birthday, Corey Feldman, and here I am right now with Cato.
Hi. How are you,
Right
Skippy?
now. How are you?
Good. How are you?
You're here to celebrate
Corey's birthday party.
birthday.
Yeah, and he owes me money.
Boy, you're busy. You keep him. He owes you money.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a card game. Long
Tell me,
story.
Really?
Yes.
That's right. He has card games.
Every Wednesday. You're
You go?
invited. Do I?
been
Yeah, I'm in
invited.
charge of the chips
Are you
and
really?
salsa. That's my
You're
job.
getting a lot of chips nowadays. Tell
A lot
me
of chips?
about
Well,
you,
gosh, am I?
traveling around the country.
Yeah, I've been a few places.
Congratulations, matter of fact. You did a
Thanks.
wonderful job being honest, being yourself.
Well, thanks very
and
much.
I think you're charming as ever.
Oh gosh, I think we're gonna slow dance right now.
Maybe. My husband might like it. Cato.
Yes.
Tell me, comedy. You're going to do some comedy at the Comedy Store someday?
At the Comedy Store, I guess I'm gonna be with Louis Anderson. We're gonna do. I think we're gonna go to
I have
Tahoe
a
next
showcase
week.
there every week.
Oh, do
On
you?
Saturday nights, yeah. From
Oh, gosh.
I'm there every Saturday.
Well, then I'll
Host
be
the
there.
Show, and it's fun. Now Roseanne Barr's there every Wednesday night.
I like Roseanne.
Yeah, it's fun.
I love
She
Roseanne.
loves you too.
Oh, does she? I think that's true. She's a
She
good
made
person.
A lot of great comments about you.
Oh, good.
All these great comments that people are talking about Cato.
Yeah.
You know, how do you feel about that? You're handling it quite well.
I think if you know who you are when you're growing up, Skippy, you can handle anything. I came from a very large family of 8.
You know, you come from the same town I come from. I'm from Rockford, Illinois, and you're right near
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Good. If I never need a ride, I'm gonna call you. I'll call you up.
Your folks back home, very proud of you right now.
Oh, very much so. My father passed away a while ago, but my mom, she's so happy. She's I'm sad and happy, but I'm
I just
gonna
saw
try to
Terry
see
Moore's
her.
son last night. I was
Okay.
you still see them?
Oh, I haven't seen him in a while. No, but I love him. I love Terry's a fun person.
Yeah.
Terry's a fun person.
You're a fun person, and boy, you really get a lot of women out there. They
Oh,
love you. Here's Corey
good.
now. Let's
Okay,
get
let's see
back to the
Corey.
party.
Thanks a lot,
Thank you,
Skippy.
Corey.
A pleasure, my friend.
Happy birthday, Corey. Love ya.
Happy birthday, Corey.
Go, Corey. Happy birthday, man.
These are the young Hollywood actors. Names are
Chris Harper.
the model, right?
Yes.
Yes. How you doing?
Susan Harper. Yes.
Susie Harper. What a nice actress.
Thank you.
Scott Cross. Yeah. Both.
Yeah, we all do. All of us.
This is the young Hollywood crowd right now. This is going to take over Cato Catum's. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Totally. Happy birthday, Corey.
Happy birthday, Corey.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Corey Feldman and the Truth Mechanism.
You're too meek to ever seek the truth. While they try and say what I play is not okay, they're fools. But I can change, I can rearrange, I can even pick a new game. I can change my skin, I could get really thin. I can do what it takes to win. And I gotta know what is cool. And I just change up the rules. And I get into some school. I will just change up the rules. Is this cool? People try to change my life. I don't care with my life I'm through. I can go for years living with the kind of misery. And that sure serves me well. I may be going to hell, but screw it. I just did some game, and I'm gonna change for you. Not be seeing me, they can see. You can read into their scene. You can hide your scars, you can fold your cards, you can drive a big and go. You can get a chance, you can just get me there. Just give me a hint to romance. Well, I gotta know what is cool. How can I just play by your rules? And I get into some school. Just change up the rules. Is this cool enough? Am I cool enough? Am I cool enough now? Maybe if I got a nice little leather jacket here, that might make me cool. Yeah, that would make me cool. Then everybody would think I was cool. Or I know, maybe, you know, a military jacket with the gold stuff all over it. That's cool. No, they don't like that. That's not cool enough. The Ray-Bans, they make me cool. That's cool. No, that's not cool enough either, is it? I know. I grew a goatee so I could be trendy. A goatee, does that make me trendy? And I put my poster up in coffee houses. That would be a really good thing if my poster was up in coffee houses. That would make me cool. And a yellow T-shirt. That might work. That might make me cool. Maybe a black hat. My black hat. They don't like the black hat. The black hat, that's not cool enough. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to be cool. away.